buddy. So a couple things I noticed. Here, we can take your slip lead off. There we go. Naked! When walking down, so I had to bring him over from the daycare floor down here. I'm on kind of the opposite side of the daycare floor, so it's a little bit of a longer walk. What I did notice is that we had a little bit of reactivity, and you had even mentioned kind of him being more on alert when he sees things. And there's a difference between being more alert and reactivity. And what I'm seeing is the beginnings of reactivity. It's a proactive response. Reactivity is also a overreaction to a response. And his was specifically to other dogs that he saw walking ahead of us, or outside the building when we like walked past the doors where he saw the dogs out there. The reactivity was manageable in the sense that I was like, we're continuing, we're moving on, and we were able to walk past it. But reactivity is a slippery slope, and it can get, again, real slippery real quick. So that's something we want to nip in the bud now. It's not surprising he's going through that. It's very easy to see a German Shepherd and to think, okay, they're responding this way because they're protecting us. Again, these are dogs, he was saying, at a distance away. So obviously that he might perceive that as a threat. It's not a threat to him, but it's a fear response. He's responding out of fear. It's a proactive fear response. It's telling those dogs that he saw, stay away from me, better not come near me. It's not that he's feeling confident. It's actually the opposite. He's not feeling confident. Where I want him to feel confident in any situation. He's, hey buddy, I know, I'm sorry, we'll start doing stuff. I just want to tell your mom real quick. So yeah, that's something we want to work on now, because it's not surprising he's going through this either. They go through 2 fear periods in their life. One between 6 months and a year, the next one between 1.5 years and 2 years. I might have told you that. I do have cookies in my pocket. We'll get there. We will get there. Oh, go boy. He's like, you have cookies. Go boy. And then another one between 1.5 years and 2 years. So they all go through these fear periods. And they're made for survival. Unfortunately, what their DNA doesn't realize, y'all domesticated. You don't need this anymore. Survival is not on the table. We will give you your food, water, shelter. We provide it all for you. You need none of it. But unfortunately, again, they go through that. So he might be entering one of his first fear periods where he's responding this way. Although the period leaves, the fear period comes and it goes. It's a cycle that continues on. The behavior will stay. The behavior doesn't leave. Whatever he feels, especially the emotional feeling, fear doesn't leave unless we work through it and we just desensitize to it. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, because I want to gauge where we are with our recall. Oh, yep, I got toys out. We'll save those. We can use these, but just not now. He's like, come on, just get to the fun stuff. Quit talking, lady. Quit talking. I want to do fun stuff. I know, I'm so sorry. First, I want to see here how he responds to me. He gave me a really good sit when he knew I had cookies in my pocket. Ready, Cash? Good boy. Awesome. Good job. Can we do lay down? I'll try again. Sit. Good. Good. Very nice. Very good. Awesome. Oh, try again. Here I'm trying to get it down. Whether he knows it with you at home or not wouldn't matter. Here I'm a stranger. Dogs don't generalize well, so because I've never asked for this, be good boy. Because I've never asked for it from him, he wouldn't understand what I was asking for him, even if he knew this back and forth. A lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, my dog knows this. Your dog knows it with you and the people he practices with. He doesn't know it with me. He doesn't even know, you don't even know me yet. Good job. Yes, good job. Clearly we know down. Yes, you got that. You got that down. Awesome. I like that. Very good. Right now, this room is so awkwardly shaped and I don't have a good footage angle of it. We're gonna practice our recalls now. I'm gonna put a distraction in the corner and I'm going to call him off of it to see how he responds to that. All right, distraction, corner. Come. Yes, good job. Awesome. I'm gonna draw attention to it again. Or pick it. Oh, good, nice job. So think about it. You talk about deer and going into the forest and stuff like that. If our recall is 2 seconds off of a boring nothingness, I can't imagine what it would be off a deer. I mean, it's probably, again, probably non-existent off of a deer. Come, yes, good. You're cheating. I don't know if you saw as he walked over with his head up, like listening. He's like, I know you're gonna call me. I am. I'm gonna change what our distraction is now. We're gonna make the distraction a little bit harder. Nice job. Cheater! I'm gonna pay you for that because I like it. There, he knows the routine. He's like, okay, I know you're gonna throw that, and you're gonna call me, and I'm gonna get a cookie. I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate anticipating. That's not what's gonna happen in real life. I'm gonna put this is a bucket o treat. Come. Yes, good. That was 4 seconds. Which doesn't seem like a long time. I'm at 4 seconds off of enclosed food. Again, I'm comparing it to a deer. If we're gonna take 4 seconds to recall off this. Come. Yes, good. That was quicker. But that's what, this is gauging. So here I'm gauging our responses to things, which lets me compare it to things of higher value. This is my lowest value treat that I have here. This is just dog food. Boring. What about a high value treat? Huh. Yes, really? Okay. Oh no, I paid you right here. Look at it. I dropped it. My bad. My bad. Okay. I thought that one was gonna be higher value. Guess not. Okay. These are the ones I'm actually giving him. Come. Yes, good. That was 8 seconds. Again, 8 seconds off a closed thing. I want to talk about this really quick. I'm going to put a toy down so I can talk to you kind of about this. Get ready. Get. That's super fun. Let me pull up a chair here. Pop a squat to talk about this. This is a test. This is kind of like when kids go to school in the summer for placement testing. I didn't teach him anything there. All I did was exercises to see his response and gauge his response. Again, off of something. Am I really that boring? I put toy here. You want more toys? It kind of is boring, actually. I'm sorry. I got to talk to your mom about it, though. Good job. I didn't teach him anything in those. What we did, that was not teaching. That was gauging where he was and what he could do. So here, let's talk about how do we actually train him to do what we want. You're talking about using the shot collar, which outside when there's a whole bunch of space and land and he can actually run away, get lost, get hurt, whatever it might be. Having him shocked versus dead, that's a payoff I'm okay with. I want him though to learn what he's supposed to do. There, let me know. I know he doesn't understand what he's supposed to do, or doesn't understand the concept, or the foundation wasn't laid properly based off the responses he had there. I think of everything like a concert versus practice. Everything dogs do is a concert versus practice. Now, chasing a deer, that's not a time to wish I had practiced before. That's a concert time. So we need to be making sure that we're practicing our recalls daily. So that means setting up those scenarios that you just saw me doing daily. You should be doing at least 3 sessions of 2 minutes of recalls where you're setting up distractions and you're practicing with him. I'm gonna show you how to practice, because again, none of that was practice. That was just me gauging, because I didn't work with him, I didn't teach him anything. I just wanted to see how he would do. There's a couple rules when it comes to teaching oh, that's a spot. A couple rules when it comes to recall. Number 1 rule, if you start a recall, you end it. Now that, sorry. We found the itchy spot. Oh, we found that itchy spot. A lot of people will be like, Fluffy, come. Oh, Fluffy's not gonna come, and then they walk away. Well, our dogs learn if I just ignore them, I don't have to finish out that exercise. I want them to know if I start it, I'm gonna finish it. It's always gonna finish with you coming back to me. So that's the huge part. Rule number 1, you start it, you finish it. Rule number 2 is where we're gonna mark the behavior. Marking the behavior is when we're telling them we like what they did. So let's say I'm asking for a sit. Marking, I use yes or good boy. Marking would be done for a sit when your butt touches the ground. So a lot of times people think, okay, well, a recall, I want you to come to me, so I'm gonna mark it when you physically get over to me. Which in theory, it does make sense. That does make sense in theory, but that's not the hard part of the exercise. The hard part of the exercise is the decision to come to you at all. So it's important to mark as soon as they make that decision. And if you rewind back, you don't have to because we're gonna practice moving forward, you'll see, but you'll notice I mark as soon as his head turns off of that distraction that was in that corner. I'm marking very, very quickly. I'm saying, yes, that's what I want, as soon as his head is turned. Now, you don't get the treat unless you come to me. I'm not walking over and giving you a treat. So if you want your reward, you're gonna come over and get it. But I want him to know that decision where you paid attention to me over that thing, that's what I need every single time. Because that's the hard part of the exercise. It's giving you that attention over the deer. All you need is a millisecond to where he can focus on you. He's not even thinking about you in that moment. So we need to train his brain to focus onto you versus whatever it is. So where we mark it is huge. We want to mark as soon as his head turns. Number 3 is this kind of a very vague rule, but it's being cooler than. That's vague because it could mean a lot of things, but it's being cooler than whatever the distraction is. I could say, get over here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I would much rather check out that bowl of treats I put in the corner than come to someone who is saying, get over here, I don't wanna be by you. And although I'm just calling you off treats right now, eventually that's gonna be something harder, like a deer. I'm always gonna use that end result because that was one that was used. And I need to be more, I need to make that decision as easy for them, so I need to be more exciting than that deer is. So, first rule is when I say it, I'm always going to sound decently like,